Welcome back to Prog Shadow channel. It is Wednesday, and you know, every Wednesday it's Forgotten City. Last time, we finally, it was a longer episode, but we finally made it to the God of Underworld, which we know it was called multiple names throughout the history by the Sumerian, by the Egyptian, by the Greek and Roman. So we just gonna go back to him. We had a very interesting interaction with him, which didn't kinda went well. He killed us, so let's see if we can do better this time. And yeah, let's go ahead. And so this was the last one. So this is the Nurgle. Let's go. Hi there. We haven't talked for a while. Let's talk now again. All right, so this is where we last time, I'm not gonna go through all the dialogues on a screen. Obviously I did off screen because it is a lot. So if you're just jumping into the video right now and you want to know what was the previous conversation with the God of the Underworld, go to my previous episode, because I definitely go through everything up till this point, because then I made some bad choices and I died. But the dialogues can take up to like 20 minutes, so that's why I don't want to repeat them. So now we talk about everything. Now we're gonna tell him no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This is just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better at judging right from wrong than any human.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
No, but that's my point. Nobody grasps the right and wrong is so perfect they can be trusted with all this power. You become a tyrant, right?
I should strike
Sure,
you
yeah,
down
go
for
ahead.
that.
And if you did, you be proving my point. We don't want to draw a golden bow, so...
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning?
See, so this is what I was telling. We already took care of everything, so let's talk about something else.
Very well.
Okay, I did all of this as well, so now that's all the question I had.
Good. Then now it is time for your reckoning.
Go for it, man.
Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. How is this possible?
I'm from future.
Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
Okay, so maybe you're getting forgetful in your old age, but I'm from the future, so that's the truth, so let's be truthful.
If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
Okay, so we need to lie because we cannot say Proserpina. That will be bad. So yeah, I was hoping you could tell me, right? Like, let him feel bad.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpina has slumbered for 3,000 years.
I guess that means you don't know everything that goes on here? Shouldn't you know this as a god of the underworld? Yeah, let's play on his ego.
Tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
I'd like you put the end of the golden rule. Yes.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here. So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
So if you're doing this for love, you should know that Persuading doesn't love you. That will not go well. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself? The golden rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you'll never win the wager. Yes, the golden rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you will never win the wager.
How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up.
Okay, so now we have to list this.
True. I have witnessed him doing that. He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one.
Okay.
I admit, I have grown disturbed watching him.
Yes.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day. If you're right, my involvement has corrupted the very thing I sought to observe impartially. But if I were to accept that, are you telling me these humans could coexist peacefully, without theft or violence, without my law? How so? And how is that working for you?
Okay, where I'm from, 2,000 years in the future is working pretty well. On average, life expectancies are climbing and crime rates are declining.
So you say, and yet your world is still imperfect.
It's getting better all the time. One day it'll get there. Our world will always be imperfect, but the kind of force required to create a utopia will inevitably result in tyranny.
You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning.
Yes.
But that would mean Jupiter, Proserpina's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do
I
that?
don't know, man. Perhaps he made a mistake too. Perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wager so Proserpina would be free from you. Perhaps he felt threatened by you and didn't want a potential challenger in Elysium. Perhaps he left you behind because even your own kind didn't want you. Oh no, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say because mistake. Perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wager so Proserpina would be free from you. Okay, let's talk through here.
Perhaps. But if that was so, surely I would have sensed his deception. How could I have been so blind for so long?
I don't know, man. You know better than us. You're a monster on a power trip. Okay, I cannot say that. Perhaps when you took on human form, you took on some human foibles as well. Perhaps you were blinded by your love for Proserpina. It's very human. Okay, so it would be the second on the third. We're not gonna tell him that you're no better than us. You're a monster on a power trip. Perhaps when you took on human form, you took on some human foibles as well. Perhaps you were blinded by your love for Proserpina. It's very human.
Your words sting me, mortal. But perhaps it is what I deserve. As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice, quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her.
Yes, please.
But know this. If I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
We just want to return to the world. Why can't we go?
Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why? Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time.
Okay.
Now, are you ready?
No! Oh my gosh, guys, we are here! I can't believe we talk him into... We have him realize that Proserpina doesn't love him anymore and he's made bad choices. I was not ready! Okay, I guess I have to be ready, but I was not ready. This is the end. I didn't even free the poor girl which is captured, but... Okay, I'm ready.
Farewell, mortal.
Ugh. What's happening? Oh my sweet lord, I can't believe this. Did I actually talk my way out of this? Oh, what? What? Talk to all. Okay. Okay. I can't believe this. Oh, hello. Oh. That's the underworld. Look at this. It's gone. It's gone. And the obelisk is gone.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm
Hey,
Al.
Al Worth? I came in here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Sharky. I was hoping you would know who I am.
Know who you are? I barely remember how I got here myself. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, preventing the suicide of a man in debt bondage, freeing a falsely accused prisoner, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to her. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
That's me. I am the oracle. Actually, that was me. Sounds as a bit far-fetched. These Romans are crazy. Actually, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious.
Man.
Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
I'll be right behind you. Okay, I'm going. Man, I'm happy. I wish, I'm very happy, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, which way? This way? Oh, obviously the other way, for sure. Just want to make sure that we're not. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sad. I didn't see my man Galerius, and I hope I did everything I could for them to have a good life. What are you doing, man?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Okay, good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
It is sort of bittersweet to see it, right? Isn't it the Proserpina? Or I don't know. I just wish that, I hope that my man Galerius get with his woman. I hope that the poor woman chained in the basement did get her freedom. I hope Proserpina get her freedom to live amongst human. The magistrate doesn't deserve anything good. Decius definitely doesn't deserve anything good. And then we had our Greek fellow, you know, who was funny and stuff. So then we have the lost philosopher in the catacombs, and you know, I wish I could see them. I wish I could see them one more time and just say hi. They would probably not remember me, but I wish. Oh,
you're back.
Oh no, Karen, no.
But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
No, he was. I found him. He'll be here in a moment. He was just behind me.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
I discovered you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago. I discovered the ruins of ancient underground city.
Ah,
I remember.
See. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Who you really... Oh, we know that...
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
What truth is that?
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the God of the Underworld, has always been to assist the Chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
How did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
I don't know. I suppose, yes, I want to know.
As you wish. You were
By
murdered.
whom?
You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache of forgotten relics, including 2 silver coins of ancient origin. Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some. And so it was my duty to bring you here.
Pluto said the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you? Yeah.
It means I am now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
Okay, what's so special about these coins? Can you return us to the land of the living?
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al.
Yes, I will keep it to myself.
It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
All right. Ferry us home. Yay, we're going home. Oh, 1 year later, look at that. What's going on? Are we in some museum? Where we are? Oh yeah, look at this. This is a museum, like ancient relics, statues. This looks like a Greek. Oh, this is... Wasn't it in one of the pool, you know? Inside? Well, not this, but... Hello, who are you? Oh. Oh no, okay. For a moment I thought it's a Virgil.
You made it.
That's
Great to see you
I would
again.
not...
I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius's tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Okay, I didn't recognize him, and for a second I thought it's a Virgil, but that's possibly... Hey, who are you? You're another golden statue for a change, so I'm actually pretty content. Hey, museum, that's good. What now? Oh, that's the... Virgil! Oh, Galerius!
You're finally here. Remember me?
Galerius, what are you doing here? My man!
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance.
Oh, my man! What are you doing with yourself these days? Are you... Yeah.
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
Oh, yeah, I love that. What are you doing?
Oh, I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course.
Dooley.
It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh, it was good to see you again, Galerius, my man.
Of course, there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Oh, is he standing there with a... Oh, yeah, so here...
Oh, hello.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you. So, you're the hero
You don't remember
who somehow
me?
vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
Well...
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She
Okay.
recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like
Oh,
to
wow,
ask
we're
her
gonna meet the
yourself.
entire... I'll do that.
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting.
Ooh.
We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside, with room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us.
Oh my god, they're expecting.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
That's beautiful. I'm so happy to see... Oh, look at Dooley. Are you still stealing?
Hello, I'm Dooley.
I remember who you are, Dooley.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
What are you doing these days?
I live at Galerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now, and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth. Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
I'm glad you're happy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, see, so this is the little house we saw. Where they're standing. They look happy. I'm so happy for Galerius. Oh, look at this. Military. This is the... Oh, is this the Rufius? No, this is her... Oh, okay, this is Horatius. He was magistrate.
Hi there, I'm
Yes.
Horatius.
Hi, Horatius. We didn't really interact much.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Scintilla with us as well. So, thank you.
Okay, so what are you doing these days?
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy
Okay.
in Modena. I'm going to be an officer.
Good for you,
one day.
man.
The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides. He's not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC. So he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament.
Oh, okay.
Like we had in Rome. Suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out. And his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Not sorry for them.
Perhaps. See you at drinks later. I hope.
Okay, cool. Oh, this one.
Hey,
Cynthia, you were never nice to me.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you again, Cynthia.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what
Yes.
happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been
Yes,
keeping my
I
little
know that.
sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see
Okay,
him
good.
again.
What happened to him? What are you doing these days, Estelle?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new
Nice.
world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
So what happened to Sentius?
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue
Oh,
in the
wow.
underworld. Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time.
Wow.
Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
That's pretty... Yeah, that's bad.
Meh, I try not to think about him at all.
It was good to see you again.
You too. See you around.
Well, the magistrate is the last golden statue? Okay, who are these people? Oh! Hey!
You're the Oracle,
Yes,
right?
and I saved you. Sharky's fine.
Oh, of course. Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
Okay.
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was.
Funny.
Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed? And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already
So
know
funny.
all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write
Of course.
about.
Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful. Yeah, that's actually, you know, it's actually
I have
wonderful.
noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are.
Yes.
I hope to change that. One day.
Of course. Okay, yeah, what happened to Malicious and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire and wound up being committed to a psychiatric
man, that's
hospital.
bad.
As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
I think you're allowed to feel that way. Sounds like they got what was coming at them. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay. What happened to Aurelia?
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
I don't know, Prince in Nigeria? Well, we'll see, but Aurelia, I mean, this seductress, she definitely take care of herself. Yes, the Oracle, I foresee terrible disappointment in the future.
Well, you are the Oracle, so I suppose I'll take your word for it. Huh. I feel better already. Thank you.
She possibly didn't end up that well.
You too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I've just been in London, my friend. I just returned.
I hope so.
And it's true, actually, I took 2 weeks off and I was in London. Oh, Lucretia, my friend, how are you doing? I hope she's a doctor.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
Are you a doctor?
Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone.
Yeah, but...
Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So...
Yeah. What are you doing these days?
I'm studying to get
cool,
into
that's what I was
school.
hoping for.
As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
You do that.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
No, I wouldn't. Oh, interesting. Cool. Okay, who is next? Oh. Oh, that's the philosopher in the catacomb. How are you, man?
And here you are. It's wonderful to see you again.
Yes, but I'm not in the mood for philosophic chat.
Oh, and by the way, I go by Philip now. A fine Greek name. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
What are you doing these days?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge.
Nice.
Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Great.
Aha! You remember that? I have to admit, I've been profoundly impressed by the advances humans have made these past 2 millennia. The sum total of human knowledge available at our fingertips, miraculous modern medicines, and a series of prosperous democracies. Your contemporaries have come further toward utopia than I ever thought possible, though there's still a way to go.
We'll get there one day.
I hope so.
Okay, we'll see you again.
My sincere thanks once again.
Nice! Okay, who are these people? Oh my man!
Greetings, my friend. It is a sincere
Look at
pleasure
him,
to
all
see you once
fancy,
again.
with this nice, fine jacket. Good to see you.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that, I am most grateful.
What are you doing these days, man?
I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure
Santorini, very beautiful.
I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Consider me there.
You too, my friend.
Oh, Fabia.
You're the one we've been
waiting
for.
Hi, crazy.
I'm Fabia.
I know, Fabia. I saved your life. Over and over again.
Thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
You're welcome.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
Okay, so what are you up to?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so I just do what makes me happy.
Oh, wow.
Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
Well,
thank you. I really am.
Good for you.
You
I want to be rich too, though. Look at her. Nice shoes, dress. She really got that. Oh, Lord. Look at this. Decius, he's lying in the... Oh my gosh, you're a douche.
Some soiree, innit?
You douchebag. You don't deserve this.
Hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Decius.
Oh, man.
Listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
Care to share?
Such acerbic wit. I love it. I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now.
We don't need more people like you.
I was hoping to ask your advice. You being the oracle and future seer and all that. On which stocks I should invest in next.
No.
I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms.
No.
What would you recommend?
Bye.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Decius. I won't take no for an answer.
Don't be... DVD rentals have a bright future. Broadcast are just going to be the next big thing. Print media is going to make a huge comeback. Sure.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune.
Maybe I should go with the DVD rentals, but...
Of course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
We're gonna get a little revenge on him. Look at him being douche.
Good evening. We meet again.
Oh, I almost didn't recognize her. Look at her getting good to see you, looking well, yeah.
Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
Yeah, well. Okay, so what are you doing these days?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again. Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid. But that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now.
Good for you.
I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit.
Yeah, Poe's very good.
Men have called me mad.
But
the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Nice. Well said. Okay.
And you. Farewell, friend.
Great. Oh, look at that. So who's this? Octavia! Oh, my friend, how are you? Look at you, looking the same.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Oh, nice to see you, Octavia. How are you doing?
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing these days?
I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people.
Great.
Like you helped him.
Sounds like a noble cause. Good on you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Of course.
And you.
Who else? So many people. Oh, look at this. Kibosh, you were kind of hard on me, man. Look.
Plundered any more tombs lately, my friend?
No, look at his dope jacket, though.
I must say, I am ashamed of the way I acted.
Well, as you should, Kibosh, actually.
If I had known you would go on to confront and triumph over the tyrant masquerading as the Lord of Silence, I would never have blocked your passage.
You have a temper. Okay.
You are most gracious. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
Great. Okay, what are you doing?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world.
Nice!
It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Okay, good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Kibosh.
Thank you, Oracle.
Oh, can't say I really liked you. Oh, gee. Rufus! My man! Oh.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
I go by Rufus now. New start, new name.
Are you with Virgil?
Oh, and thanks, by the way.
Are you couple?
For what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff. I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet.
That's okay. Take your time.
At a time.
Okay, it turns out you were right. The status is really were watching us.
Good to know. Anyway, it was good practice
Security
for
camera.
the new world. Security cameras and smartphones everywhere.
Right. It's funny.
Got to stay vigilant.
Okay. Don't worry, you get used to it. It's so funny.
You too.
Bye, Rufus.
Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Yeah, let's talk to my man Virgil. I'm happy you're together, man.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about
I know.
you.
Glad to see you, Virgil.
I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
Okay.
I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam. Just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
I think I know. Was good to see you.
You too. As Rufus said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least
we cannot travel the world, guys. We have people and friends all over the world. Okay, so yeah.
We meet again.
Scintilla.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my
Sorry, I
own
didn't
name.
get you out of there.
And I wanted to say thanks, and no hard feelings, for leaving me in that cistern when you did. I know it must have been a difficult decision, but it was the right one.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I do appreciate that you're saying that. What are you doing?
I'm living with
Obviously.
Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
Oh, man.
Thanks. You too.
We will be traveling, drinking wine. Ulfius, my man.
It's nice
How
to
many
finally put a face
times
to
I
the
had to
name.
save you?
I'm Ulpius.
I know. How many times I have to save you?
I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
Yeah, of course.
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this?
Don't worry, it's over.
So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset
It's
over the
beautiful.
rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
I know.
You too.
Oh, this is precious, actually. Oh no. Okay. Bye, you all. I saved your life. I feel good about myself. Oh, look at all these beautiful relics. Let's check. I'm just gonna walk around, enjoy the view here. Oh, the Victory Arc, okay. Oh, beautiful, Sumerian. I was just recently in a British museum, so it reminds me a lot. The British Museum was beautiful. Great experience, by the way. Wish I can see Proserpina, because we saved her too, and, you know. Okay, Al.
There you are. I hope you
I
enjoyed
did.
that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think
Do
you
I?
know her.
Oh gosh, we can.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
Oh my gosh, Proserpina!
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention. Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected. I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
Okay.
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
Oh.
And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
I killed few. I'm sorry, I killed few.
Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
I don't know what means ending 404, but... Well... We did it! It's over! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But you know what? No, I'm not gonna tap escape to continue because let's you know, see these people. I think they get an incredible job. And yeah, the artistry, the design, it was amazing. And I'm a little bit shook it's over. I knew because last episode I was so close to the end talking to the God of Underworld, and I'm glad it took me 2 tries to convince him and on a good cause. And you know, I'm very happy about I'm very happy about it. I did to get help everybody. It seems that even leaving Scintilla in captivity was not that bad. Oh, assassin! Look at him over there. Aurelia, Claudia, Decius. Oh, this is actually, I like that they kept the pictures here, so we can actually see the actors and actresses who did the voiceover. So that's actually. Oh, my man Galerius. That's not how I envision him, but hey. Yeah, so anyway, so I knew him in the end, and I'm very happy. You know, I had my struggles, but I tried to play the game as ethically as possible, hoping to get some happy ending. And I think we did. We helped all the people, and the people who were bad, you know, they kind of get their punishment on their own. And everything seems to be well. We really help everybody. We get ourselves out of there. We accomplish most of the quests and tasks. I know that there's definitely multiple paths how you can do this, finish the games, and I loved about it. So I'm not saying my way was the right way. It was just my way. I'm just trying to always be helpful to people, think about the morality of all the choices, and just kind of go with what I can do. And I was trying to protect the people, even not helping her from, you know, the captivity, because I didn't want to just help few to escape. I wanted to help everybody. So, you know, that's just me, and I'm pretty sure that this game has multiple endings, how you can achieve either just you escaping or escaping with multiple groups or with everybody. I think I'm very happy about it. Actually, all the golden statues were saved as well, and live too, although we killed some and we kicked them, so I feel a bit bad because I was kicking them, but I think it's justifiable at that time. As far as the game goes, I really had a blast. It was a wonderful game on my channel. I really enjoyed playing it, as hopefully you were able to tell that I really have enjoyment. I love history. This is definitely out of my realm. I love ancient civilizations such as Egypt, Greek and Roman, so that was definitely out of my knowledge base. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the accuracy and the historical facts, and it was not overpowering. It was not making you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm like in a history lesson here. You know, it was very, if you are a geek like me in that, you enjoy that, and if you're not, you perhaps learn maybe a little bit something new you haven't known before, at least maybe the name of some of the gods and the differences between the Roman and Greek and Egyptians and a little bit about the history. Like this is actually how, you know, the influences of those different cultures really were. They were kind of borrowing from each other, renaming and such. But so it was a little bit educational for some, I hope, but it was not overpowering to the point when it felt like a little bit too much. I love that you were building relationships. I love that you kind of were, you know, left on your own to figure out things, how to do them, and the little nuances. So I always try to do multiple things at once before, you know, we will reset the golden rule and before I will die. And then you learn the mechanics and, you know, it take you to successful end, which I'm very grateful. But I am happy that I take the time to spend the time with the people in, you know, in the city to get to know them and help them first, rather than just go for the plaques and just collect them as soon as possible and then talk to the God of Underworld. Because I feel if you would do that at the end, this end here in the museum would look differently, right? I think some of the people would not be there if you would not take the time to help Rufius. Rufius would do definitely side quests you didn't have to care for. And now he's happy with Virgil, so I'm pretty sure if he would not do that, they would not be there. You know, the same with Ulfius and, you know, helping him not to jump. Like, so I'm very happy I took my time to help those people in the city first before successfully finishing up the quest with the God of Underworld, or otherwise finding some loop to escape. So we get to help everybody. And even our man, Gregorius. You know, very happy for him. He get his woman. We were taking on the quest to jump and get the flower for her and stuff like that. So I really like that. I enjoy the way I played. I enjoy for me, for my fulfillment, how the game ended for me. And, you know, it was very sweet and kind to reunite with everybody. I can recommend this game. It's a good game. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. You can take it whatever way you wanted to. I'm pretty sure there would be multiple endings, so you don't have to feel spoiled by my ending. You can definitely take a different path. I'm pretty sure you will have a different ending as well. So having said that, I'm sad that it's over, but I truly hope that you had fun with me. And we will see what will be the new game we will embark on, and probably we will have a very good game coming out this upcoming Friday. So stay tuned on my channel. We're not gonna lose the slot on Wednesdays. We always will have some game on my channel on Wednesdays, but like watch out for my social media, specifically for Instagram. I hope I will be posting there some new plans and schedules, so you will see. Thank you so much. The viewership on this particular series was incredible. It actually was for me just try something new and see how it goes, and it become one of the most watched series on my channel, which is incredible. And I am very, very grateful to all the viewers and supporters of this series. Thank you so much. I know this is a different game. This is not a shooter. This is not action. So I know bearing with me, strategizing, thinking out loud, reading all the dialogues, it takes really patience. It takes you to take a time to spend time with me, and that you actually decided to spend the time with me to go through this. It's very, very meaningful to me, and I really appreciate it. So again, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to embark on a new adventure, and hopefully you will join me as well. And having said that, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.